Today we're going to be talking about Charles Francis Jenkins, aka the man who started it all. Francis Jenkins was born in Dayton, Ohio on August 22nd, 1967. However, at a very young age, Charles moved to Richmond, Indiana, where he spent most of the majority of his childhood in. After growing up, Charles Francis Jenkins attended the Earlham College in Indiana, his hometown. Soon after graduating from Earlham College, Charles accepted his position as a stenographer for the federal government in Washington, D.C. in 1890. During Charles' free time, when he was not working as a stenographer, he liked to invent things. Most of his inventions were geared more towards cinematic tools. And beginning in 1891, Jenkins started his project of inventing a motion picture projector. After a year in 1892, Jenkins was able to successfully invent a motion picture projector that was able to project small pictures. However, the projection was so small that it was difficult to be viewed by a large audience and was more geared towards a small audience. In 1895, Jenkins left his job as a stenographer in order to pursue his inventing aspiration. In order to do that, he partnered with Thomas Armat, and the two of them developed a business relationship. Together, they decided to improve Jenkins' early motion picture projector so that it could also project to a larger audience. With the new and improved motion picture projector, Jenkins and Thomas went to the Cotton States Exposition in Atlanta in September 1895 in order to showcase their invention. At the exposition, Jenkins and Thomas charged people 25 cents to watch their motion picture shows. Here's an actual representation of what Charles Francis Jenkins' Fantascope was able to project in 1893. After this, Charles Francis Jenkins' invention of the Fantascope began to explode. Even despite the fact that the invention of the Fantascope exploded, the relationship between Jenkins and Armat began to slowly deteriorate. First of all, it started off when Jenkins filed a patent for the Fantascope, claiming that he was the sole inventor of the Fantascope. And as you can see above, these are the actual copies that credited Charles Francis Jenkins for his work and invention of the Fantascope. After Charles Francis Jenkins took credit for the sole invention of the Fantascope, he sold his rights to the Fantascope to Armat, who then sold it to Thomas Alva Edison. The question is, who is the actual sole inventor of the Fantascope in your opinion? Many might argue that Thomas Alva Edison was the sole inventor of the Fantascope because he was the last one to have rights to the Fantascope. Many might argue that Thomas Armat was the inventor of the Fantascope because without the help of him, Charles Francis Jenkins would not have been able to invent the new and improved Fantascope. The key thing to point out is that there is no sole inventor of the Fantascope, but rather inventors. The invention of the Fantascope was a teamwork of both Thomas and Armat and Charles Francis Jenkins. Without the beginning model of Charles' motion projector picture and the help of Thomas Armat's reinvention, the Fantascope would never have been invented in the first place. The invention of the Fantascope was no sole effort, but rather was invented due to the relationship that Charles and Thomas had with each other. Thank you.